And it's still March 3rd, 2019. And now it's just a little bit after 10. It's like 10:30ish. So, white fragility. That is a word concept deal that I actually got from online. Well, not the concept, but definitely the label. It's like, oh, what are some of the other things that I recently learned that actually are oh, like, not just white people really hate it when you say anything like that, like they have a more fair time than black people. Then that's called systemic racism. Or like when I was online and I ran into the manosphere a long time ago, and there's like all these guys trying to pretend that they were lesbians in lesbian chat rooms so that they could talk to real lesbians. It's pretty sad. But I was like, but they were kind of like, you know, I don't know. So what I got out of that experience, one of the things, was wow, there's a lot of men in the world that just really hate women. And then I kind of took that to the gay population, because I've always hung around with gay guys, because I guess the thing that gay people call us is fag hags. And technically, you're probably not allowed to say that word anymore, but I heard it from gay guys who've since died. Ah! But I don't like being intimidated out of my language. And the PC LGBTQers, the QZs, alphabet QZs, are already trying to kill me. I mean, that's why I voted Republican, right? Not that I hate gay people, I just hate that gang scene. So, yeah, so white fragility. Kind of, and I don't know what's going on. I mean, I don't know. I see. It's weird because you see Representative Ilhan getting it for being an Islam person, and I've experienced that, and frankly, I've experienced that as a child when I was being abused. Jewish people told us to fuck off. They were the lawyers. They were supposed to like, and then I don't know, and then my mom did get a Jewish lawyer, so I don't know. So it's back and forth and back and forth. I've experienced prejudice from Jewish people. I've I don't think that anything I've said is actually anti-Semitic. I asked questions. I said, "Why are you doing this? Why are you acting like this?" I really want to know the answer. I want to know what we can do to make it stop and get better. Which, now that you guys have Jerusalem and you have what you want, should be able to get better now, right? So yeah, so that's my deal. And then white fragility, like, I guess, I don't know. I don't want to judge on other people, but I'm just gonna say that I don't know if any further anti-Jewish comments are being aimed at me from Jewish people, or whatever. You know, satanic, you're a Satanist. People are always calling me devil spawn and spawn of Satan and all kinds of various rude things. I mean, I didn't learn to be rude all by myself. I wasn't in a vacuum just talking like that. So, God, I'm really trying to talk about right fragility, and I'm really having a hard time. So I would say that I am really keyed, trained, coded to respond to white fragility, sort of in a panic level, where I'm like, oh my God, help them, help them. Frankly, I don't see myself, I mean, I will help POC, but I do see myself just jump to it. And that's because, frankly, it was a life or death matter, probably. I mean, it was definitely a comfort level matter. Whether are we going to be stuck in our room for the next 2 months without being able to come out except for dinner and, the bathroom a couple times during the day. Um, so yeah, definitely if I didn't learn to respond. And also, I think that forced responsiveness is probably why I'm so good. I don't know. At at willfully No, I'm not good at willfully not responding. I mean, I can hear it and I can get stubborn, but I think that's why we get so angry with each other. And that comes from this victim thing where they're literally rewarded for being a victim. And so then I think of that meme with the great big giant monster. Oh, but it's being really nice because it's holding the hand of this tiny abused little child. As long as the child's 5, looking down and crying, that monster is holding its hand. But what happens if the child looks up at the monster and asks that monster a question, or contradicts that monster? Then what's the monster going to do? Backhand the child across the room till it bounces off the fucking wall? So, and other races are not rewarded for being fragile. Maybe in Asia, maybe like in Japan, but they're copycatting us. I saw you guys copycatting cowboys, and then I saw you copycatting, oh yeah, Latino culture. That was trippy. Um, so I don't know if you guys had that fragility thing prior to encountering our culture or not. But what I'm getting at is I couldn't, so this white fragility word, like misogyny, like systemic racism, like all these other words, was something that I only had as a concept my whole life. I didn't actually have it as a word until just recently with that Dina, whoever it is, over on my other Facebook account. I was like, oh, that's what it's called. Because people, these women like have contest with you to be, oh my back, oh god, my back and my neck, oh my back, my neck, and my ankle, and my teeth, and my head hurts, and I've got period cramps, and it's just like on and on and on, and you're just like, holy shit. And will anybody do anything to make themselves better? Will they do sit-ups to make their back muscles, to make their stomach muscles stronger so that their back muscles are under less strain? No. Will they drink lemon water to clear out some of the toxins? No. Will people quit smoking cigarettes? No. Will people quit drinking alcohol? No. So fuck it then. Let's all complain. But do we have to listen to each other? And so it's like a contest. And then that goes back to, I've seen it in my life, and I've actually seen it done to other people, where they will take a little girl and she'll hurt herself, and they'll be like, oh, oh, and they give so much attention and cookies, and oh, and so that just feeds into it. It's like, well, if I look at all the attention I get. And so then that grows up and becomes kind of, I think, some kind of creepy rape wish. Because then again, you're not responsible for any sexual response that you give. The guy takes the full brunt of the responsibility. You get to be a victim. I mean, just the psychologies that are at play. I mean, really, yeah, these people are sick. I already have paperwork telling me that I'm mental and I'm sick in the head and all that shit. But like what I've been saying is, and I had no idea how deep it was or the extent of what was going on, I guess. But like I guess I'm gonna go back to doing those mindfulness videos just for myself. I got offline for a week and then I got more offline because that's what I do, which we all know, so it doesn't matter if I pass on that information. And that is hair that's in the wrong spot. Ouch. And now it's not. All right. Ooh, that's what I have to say about, oh, yeah, so the one nurturer that I'm thinking about specifically with the backache and the white is, so I've got these people that are like literally a foot taller than me. And I think that's why I thought I was so big and tall and not really a midget. And I'm not really a midget, but apparently I'm fairly short. A lot shorter than I thought. And that's because these people that are like so much bigger than me are trying to act like they're so much smaller than me. And it's just not true. I don't even really know how to explain it. It's just weird. It's weird. What I think of when I think of the situation is I think of Gone with the Wind. And like when Scarlett O'Hara is just acting like a total fucking twit, and her maid, who's black, is just like, oh, not even that. The best one, if you're gonna go there, is Oprah in Color Purple with that insane psychopath white woman that ends up catching her and making her be like her slave and bonks her eye and just does vicious, 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 horrible things. Oh, all the while doing that. That is what I'm talking about. That. Yeah. Except for imagine if the little white lady was like a foot taller than Oprah's character, and like Oprah's character was really tiny and the white people were all like really big and acting like that. I mean, it's just bizarre. And technically, I think that I count as a white person, just like a lower level one, because mixed people are the problem. Sorry, I've heard that from numerous people recently. So I don't think we're the problem. I think we're the answer. I think mixed people are the answer. I just don't think that purebreds deserve to have us.